Hey, high levelers, Rayo Daniel, and what I'm doing in this video is I really want to create just an overall high-level tutorial video where I'm going to sit back and walk through the sub-accounts and kind of point out a lot of the different features and things that you could expect if you were to sign up and use the high-level software system. What kind of features should you expect? What's going to be included in high-level? And I'm really going to just share you the pros and cons. Now, I am an affiliate of high-level. I do offer a free 30-day trial if you sign up, but I don't let that be a deterrent for me. It's not like I'm pushing you one way or the other. The whole goal of this video is just to share with you honestly what the software does. And hopefully if it's a good fit for you, great. Just be sure to use my link to get signed up here. And I have a ton of free training and other things that can help you out along the way. But let's hop in and take a look at high-level and see what we can do. Okay, so right now we're in one of the demo accounts here. And what I've started out with is just to let you know, high-level has a hierarchy of when you initially set up high-level, there is an agency view, which is like your high-level business settings, if that makes sense. And then underneath the agency settings, there are sub-accounts. Now, each one of these sub-accounts, which is an example of what I'm in right now, is an example of a sub-account. Every sub-account you can think of as a business location. So if a client has one business location, let's just say a client has 3 locations total for their business, you would typically set them up not as one sub-account, but you would set them up as 3 sub-accounts, because each sub-account inside of here has settings for their own address, their own phone number, possibly their own website, things like that, and their own website funnels, and we'll get into all that kind of stuff. But so again, high-level is set up from an agency, and then under the agency, there's a sub-account. Now, in order to do business, in order to have things that you're going to need to do business that I'm going to talk about, you will need to create a sub-account for each particular person each client that you take on. So, but once you do create the sub-account, here are some of the features that you can expect your clients to have as they walk through. Now, what I'm going to do is really just go down the menu over here on the left side over here and just walk down through what these are, because these are very well outlined inside of high-level to keep you on track. But right now, what we're going to take a look at here is just the Launchpad. Now, the Launchpad is really where you're going to get started. If you were just getting this client set up, the Launchpad is really a way for, like a checklist for you to go down and sit back and say, here's all the things that you need to do in order to have all the other features inside of the sub-account start working correctly. So right now, the very first thing is getting your Google Business profile created. So if you already have a Google Business profile, then what you want to do is you want to connect high-level to your Google Business profile. And what this is going to do is really going to help you out with regards to reputation management, or like getting Google reviews, and perhaps even using the AI features inside of high-level to auto-populate and auto-respond to people who leave you a review. So anyway, we'll get into that in a little bit, but you need to connect your Google Business profile in order for that feature to work, that we're going to get into a little bit later on. Here, if you have a Facebook business page, you want to connect that. So any leads that come across Facebook business page, like through Messenger, those automatically come into this sub-account, and I'm going to show you where they come in and all the benefits that you're going to get by having multiple different accounts. Keep in mind, when you connect your Facebook business page, if you also have an Instagram account, that Instagram account is going to be connected to the Facebook page, in which case you're going to be able to get Instagram DMs as well, all through the high-level system as well, and be able to auto-reply back to them using the Instagram DM protocols or Facebook Messenger, whichever one, very easily through that software. Right now, connecting through the website chat widget. If you do have a website, you can create a website chat widget. And I can show you an example of that a little bit later on. I want to deal with websites, but it's just a little widget that interacts with the customers that allows it to answer questions and things like that. And you can actually have artificial intelligence or AI inside of high-level tied to that, so that it can actually be very intelligent and answer questions for customers live on the website without them ever having to call and even potentially book an appointment directly with you without ever speaking to somebody. Pretty cool. So again, we have some of the integration for WhatsApp, if that's what you use. Stripe is one of the main payment processors for high-level. So Stripe is, again, one of the main ones, but there are also several other payment providers inside of here, NMI, Authorize.net, things like that you could also connect with them as well. High-level does have it completely opened up so that really any payment processor can connect using their API to connect up and do payment processing, but it just may not be very easily integratable. You might have to do some behind-the-scenes custom work yourself if you don't choose something inside of high-level. The next one is going to be Yext. If you're not familiar, Yext is a global internet directory synchronization tool. So it takes all of your business information here and it can synchronize it across hundreds of other online databases like Yellowbook Online or Google or Facebook or Apple Maps and things like that. All of these things get updated with the same business information, keeping them all synchronized. So that's what that does. If you're interested in WordPress, there is WordPress hosting involved with this. So you can have multiple WordPress hostings per sub-account now. Now, keep in mind, WordPress is an extra add-on service inside of high-level. It's not really included and by default, but it is very low. I think $10 a month or something like that per site to host it. And then you can sell that or charge your client whatever you're looking for. So, and then you can quickly add as many team members as you want inside of the high-level system. Now, one of the things I really love personally about high-level is when I go places or I deal with other software vendors or even just go places, I don't like to be nickel and dime for stuff. I don't. It really bugs me and it bothers me. And I know it shouldn't, but it does. So right now, one of the things I really love about high-level is that they don't nickel and dime you. Everything inside of Highlevel that you see here will be unlimited. So you can have unlimited employees, you can have unlimited contacts, you can have unlimited websites, unlimited funnels, unlimited everything inside of Highlevel. You can even have unlimited storage if you want when we get down to the media storage area, and I'll explain that. But all this stuff is unlimited. Now, one of the things I will tell you right off the bat with Highlevel is that with your monthly service plan that you have, and we're not going to cover the service plans here. I have a whole other video on my website that covers pricing plans and things like that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go over just at a high level a lot of these features inside of Highlevel. But if you want more detailed descriptions about ones I'm talking about, I have in-depth more training inside of my YouTube channel. So just search that topic on my channel and you'll find videos that really dive deep into it. But from here, I'm just trying to give an overview of Highlevel, what it does, and how you can use it for your business. Great. So let's hop into it here. So right now we're going to move on to the dashboard. Now the dashboard is what you think. It's a way of being able to put and move around these little white things that you see here on the screen called widgets. And again, you can have, number one, you can have multiple dashboards. You can add as many dashboards as you want. I'm here to sit back and have a dashboard on, this is more of an opportunity view. So if you're dealing with like pipelines and opportunities, this right here gives you an overview of that. If you want to build one regarding contacts or one regarding the number of calls you got or something like that, you can do all these cool things by just simply coming over here, clicking on Edit Dashboard. You can click on this Add Widget. And if you take a look here, let me move myself out of the way. You've got all these widgets over here that you can simply add. There's tons of stuff for contacts, different ones for appointments that you can put on here if you want to build a whole dashboard around appointments. But all of that stuff is there for you to sit back and handle and build out and customize completely. So that's another great feature, is just giving you these quick dashboards for your team. So you can have one dashboard for sales team, one dashboard for office, one dashboard for management or something, depending upon what you're looking to look at. All of these things can be customized. So again, the feature is here. All you have to do is just use your imagination and build whatever it is that you like using these little drag and drop widgets. And keep in mind, if you do want to edit this, it's very easy to sit back and move these around. So you can easily move these in different things and move them around if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel. I don't want to move it around, but they're very easy to move around, organize, or even just remove if you wanted to. If you didn't want them, you could just simply click on them to remove them. So if you click here and just click on either one of these here, you can either duplicate it or delete it if you wanted to. So those are options that are available. Now, the next thing I'm going to go over is the conversations area. It's called conversations, but what I like to refer to it as is a universal inbox. Now, when it says universal inbox, what does this mean? Anytime a customer tries to reach out to you it could be through Facebook, it could be through Instagram, it could be sending you a text message on a phone system, and we haven't got to the phone system, but there is phone numbers and phone system integration inside of Highlevel as well. But any phone calls, any text messages that you get, any emails that come back in from clients, if you're emailing them, all of them come into one area, conversations area. So you can see specifically all the communications that are coming in one place, and you don't have to have 5 different tools. You don't need to pull up your phone or go to the SMS area to respond to an SMS. You don't need to pull up your email or your Outlook or anything like that to respond to an email. You don't need to go to Facebook Messenger or Facebook on another tab and reply. All of the stuff can be replied to directly inside of the conversations area right here. So if somebody messages you on Facebook, all you have to do is reply back to them, click send, and it goes right back out using the Facebook Messenger protocol and goes right back out on that message. So you can see the time savings from a client perspective of having all that communication in one place and then being able to quickly see, did I get a new message? Hey, I don't have to go check and have my Facebook Messenger open and look for that to see if anybody's messaging me. I just need to come here in one area and that's all I see. So that's pretty cool. And again, I call that just the universal inbox here. So right now, calendars. If you've ever used calendar scheduling, again, there's unlimited number of calendars. You could put groups, calendars in groups to do some cool stuff with if you wanted to. But this basically takes the place of any other calendar, a scheduling system that you're looking for. The cool thing about this is that this can be integrated for conflict resolution. You can integrate this for, let's just say you have a calendar and you want to synchronize this up to a different calendar. Maybe you use Google for a business calendar for a monthly business things that you have. You can actually have a calendar synchronize and check for conflicts for time against another Google Calendar, Outlook calendar, or something like that. All of that stuff is viable. If you want to have individual calendars for your sales team or your sales members, so they can have their own calendar, in a sense, have their own scheduling system and things like that, you can do that here as well. And the calendars here can synchronize at a employee level or team member level, and actually synchronize to their outbox. So if they have a calendar, a personal calendar themselves, and let's just say they have their own doctor's appointments or vacation schedules or things like that, their calendar inside here can get synchronized to their specific calendar. And that's actually done inside of the settings in the team area that you can set the calendar syncing directly to them. So it checks to make sure that somebody's on a vacation and then somebody can't book an appointment during that time while they're on vacation, or if there's a doctor's appointment, that conflict resolution automatically happens behind the scenes. It's very quick and easy to get that synchronization set up. And what you do, you're good to go. Now, the next one is the biggest thing about Highlevel. And this is the CRM system. Now, the CRM system really is just the contacts area here, but everything inside of Highlevel revolves around the CRM system or the contacts area. Everything in here, basically, there's nothing in Highlevel that really makes sense of having without the contacts area. So the contacts area ties into every other area of Highlevel, and it has to. Your CRM has to be able to be able to communicate and connect with all the other features inside of the platform, which makes Highlevel nice because they built Highlevel around the CRM system. They built it around there. Now, just because I can't come in and display personal information on these particular videos because YouTube doesn't like that, and I don't want to have to blur anything out. But here inside the contacts area, if you imagine, you can add a contact, you can have as many things as you want inside of your contacts area. And some of the biggest things about Highlevel is that they allow you to extend the basic field setup of what data you can collect regarding contacts inside of their system. They call them custom fields. Now, I'm not going to go over that a lot in this video, but just keep and understand you can have an unlimited number of custom fields regarding a contact. You can even have them regarding an opportunity. If you don't even want to have contact as a primary object, Highlevel has even introduced a new feature a couple of months ago called custom objects. So some people are actually building things like vehicles. So now you can actually have a vehicle as an object and then have custom fields regarding that vehicle, like mileage, like the tech driver, like license plate number, like VIN number, all these other things. If you have a fleet of vehicles, so now you can actually put all of that information inside of Highlevel called a custom object, and you can create custom fields to store any number of information regarding that vehicle or any other custom object that you may have, or even a contact. So that's really the power of Highlevel, being able to sit back and include any number of data, any data field that you want. And once you create the custom field once, it's now available to anybody that you created for. So right now, there's just contacts, opportunities, and custom fields. Those are the three that you can pretty much create custom fields for, because that's the only thing that makes sense to create a custom field about. So anyway, those are cool features. And the contact area is a very extensive CRM system, but anything in here, and once you open up a contact, inside of a contact, you do have a conversations area, very similar to the one we already spoke about here, that universal inbox thing. So you actually have a conversations area regarding that contact that will show you and keep track of every communication that you have had with that person, whether it be SMS message, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, they sent you an email, they left you a phone call, or they tried to call you, which again, you could turn on call recording and you get to that if you wanted to. And those call recordings are actually stored at the contact level inside of the conversations area. So you never miss, you can always have access to all of the information that a customer has ever communicated with you, all inside of the CRM system. Yeah, I know, pretty cool, right? So the next thing we have on the list here is opportunities. This goes back to building pipelines. So right now, if you want to come up here to the top for this one, we do have opportunities. So you'd have to build your pipeline. This right here is, I've already got a couple of them built. If you take a look here, sales pipeline, vehicle tracking pipeline, if you want to have something like for maintenance or something like that, mortgage loan pipeline. I was doing some demos, but you can have as many pipelines as you want here. And then once you create the pipelines, you can create as many stages as you want. So here for mortgage loan officer, loan lead collected, loan application received, gather data documents for loan approved, or closing on the loan, or whatever steps you want. And then from there, you can simply include inside of your opportunity, any stage that you want inside of there, and be able to keep track of where a contact is, what stage they're in, and even use workflow automation. So we haven't gotten there yet. We're down in the automations area. You can use workflows to keep track and notify your team when somebody's in a stage for too long, or from one stage to another. You can have a workflow automation kick off and do something different to notify a different team member. If somebody moved from a lead to a customer, then maybe you might have an onboarding process that people need to go through, in which case you can automatically have a workflow trigger off that. So as soon as you move a lead from a lead to a customer, boom, the workflow kicks off. Other team members are notified that these things need to be done because now you have a new customer and you can move on. And all of this stuff, again, is built into your monthly price. Now, I know I'm not going to go over all of the particular features, but I will tell you there are three main pricing areas instead of Highlevel. There's a starter plan for $97. It allows you to have the agency view and 3 sub-accounts. So you can have 1 sub-account for your business and then 2 sub-accounts for customers. I recommend this for anybody looking to get started with Highlevel. It's a very inexpensive way at $97 a month to get all of these benefits and have 2 additional clients that you can start charging them anywhere from $200 to $500 a month for some of your services. Now, from this, there is the $297 plan, which is also called the unlimited plan. This right here allows you to have an unlimited number of customers. So again, you have an unlimited number. Highlevel charges you $297 a month for the software, the platform, for everything you need. And you can have an unlimited number of customers, charging them whatever you're looking for. And again, the biggest plan of them all is called the Agency Pro. That is $497 a month. This again has unlimited capability, but there's a lot of automation, I'll just leave it at automation, and then the potentially to rebill and make money off of your customers and the services that they use. Now, I'm going to sit back here and take a quick note, because I don't want people to sit back and say that I'm really pushing Highlevel and that I don't really give you the pros and the cons. Now, this isn't really a con. This is just something that you need to understand. With these pricing plans, Highlevel charges you every month for one of these 3 plans. Now that is to have access to the software, your customers and things like that, but it doesn't have unlimited usage. So I hope you understand that if you're going to be using the phone system, if you're going to be using text messaging, if you're going to be using take your pick, any one of these are going to cost you a small fee for everything that you use. So if you send an email, that's going to cost you like a fraction of a second. I think you get like 1,000 emails for 60 cents or something like that. It's super cheap, but you do pay for services. So you do pay for text, inbound calls, outbound calls, AI usage, AI content creation, all the things inside of Highlevel that you can use. You do get charged usage fees for that. Now, as the agency owner, all of those costs are ultimately your responsibility. But again, depending on what plan you have, I always recommend the starter plan initially, and then when you get 2 customers, move immediately to the Agency Pro. That's my migration plan because you get so many benefits at the Agency Pro level. There's a lot of less billing headaches. Billing gets automated, but now you can sit back and actually start making money off all of these services. So let's just say instead of the 1,000 emails I sent earlier where you charge 60 cents, that's Highlevel's cost to you. But you could charge your client $1 for those if you want to and pocket the 40 cents difference. But just think about the thousands and thousands of emails that they could send over potentially tens or hundreds of customers. That can add up to be a lot of money every month you as the agency are making off this rebilling process that you get just because you have the $497 plan. So anyway, just want to give you the Highlevel for that real quick. I know that really wasn't about the menu options here, but I just want to give you an idea of what Highlevel is and to set the expectation over the cost and usage of the platform. So next thing we're going to do is come over here to the payments area. Now, inside of payments, this is one of the things I want to make clear, and a lot of people get confused. Highlevel is a payment and invoicing system. It is not an accounting system. Okay, so please don't get that right. So if you want to do bank accounts, reconciliations, all these other type of things, Highlevel is not going to be the product for you on that. You still need to have QuickBooks. You still need to have some other thing that brings all of your expenses together. But if you wanted to invoice a client, if you perform a service and you wanted to charge somebody for that, you can send them an invoice and collect a payment through Highlevel using the system here. Under the documents and contracts, if you have, let's just say you're a coach, and you have a coaching agreement with your student that they have to pay you so much over the course of the next 12 months, whether you can actually create the document and inside of Highlevel and have them electronically signed like DocuSign or PandaDocs or some whatever electronic e-signature that you use, that feature is built into Highlevel. You don't need to pay an additional component for that, which out of all the things that I'm talking about here so far, I hope you understand, small businesses typically use anywhere between 3 to even as high as I think 8 software systems every single month to run their business. They have a phone system set up. They have an invoicing and billing system. They can have a CRM system. They can have another system that tracks calendars or that does their appointment scheduling. All of these are different platforms and all of them cost money for them to utilize. Whereas they could use Highlevel and have all of that information in one area, one simple place, one tab on their browser that they can access. Now, the great thing that I haven't introduced yet, and I'm going to just go over right now real quick, Highlevel does have a mobile app that you can offer to your client absolutely for free. It's called Lead Connector. And that Lead Connector app you can download from the App Store or Google. Once you log into Highlevel with that, it has access from just a mobile app to view your customers, your contacts. You can view some of the things inside of your dashboard. It is a pretty cool mobile app. You can receive phone calls and make phone calls for your business using that app. It is really cool. I suggest you check it out, but you get the app for free along with your subscription as well. So here, if you wanted to, you can have different orders. You can send out payment links to get paid if you want to. Any of the products that you sell in here, you can put in here. You can use coupons if you wanted to. So all of that stuff is inside of Highlevel. But again, it is a billing and invoicing system, and it's not an accounting system here. So you will need something separate for that. But there is an integration. If you take a look here, there's an integration tab where you can actually integrate books with this if you wanted to. And right now, of course, it's not. There's a lot of different things you can integrate with this, but you can integrate your QuickBooks with this if you wanted to, so that orders and invoices go over and synchronize. But again, that's beyond the scope of this particular video. So moving on here, this is one of the more exciting areas outside of Highlevel. This is the main area for marketing that you want to utilize. Now for marketing, social planner. So if anybody wants to do social media, if you're using a third-party tool to do all your social media content creation, your social media posting and scheduling, you don't need that platform anymore. All of this stuff can be done using this tool, the social planner tool inside of Highlevel. It can connect to your Facebook, Instagram accounts, YouTube accounts, TikTok. It can't connect to X. There was something that just happened with X recently, so that is not available. But there's also many different accounts that you can connect. LinkedIn is one of them, and you can automatically publish and distribute content directly to any one of those channels, all using the same platform that you have here, and you don't need another tool to do that. So here, in your emails, if you're doing email marketing, you want to move all your email templates. It is a graphical email template designer here that you can build out all of your emails with and create a nice little graphical template from here. So if you open up any one of these, it gives you a nice sort of drag and drop editor for any one of your email creations to make it really nice. You can use any of these type of elements to create your emails with. Now, this is just the email builder. If you want to keep things simple, there is more of a simplified area here for keeping text message templates and email templates in text form. If you just want to keep it really nice and simple, there's an area in here that you can create all of your templates in. And then inside of your workflows, you can easily just select a drop-down list where you're sending an email and choose any one of the templates that you created. So here under countdown timers, these are now available to you if you want to create these. I know it's a pretty cool one that people want to use on their funnels and things like that for it. Trigger links. These are these links where if you were to send an email or a text message out with one of these trigger links, then Highlevel actually knows that somebody clicked on that link. And then you can have an automation or workflow fire to do something when somebody clicks on the link. So if you ever send something out where it has like multiple different products or services, you can actually track which one people clicked on and determine which product or service is more popular out of the email that you sent. Pretty cool. There's an affiliate manager. So if you do have a product that you want to build your own affiliate army for, to sell out and have your affiliate sell your products or services for you, there's an affiliate manager full blown out that you could do and bring all of your affiliates in. And that's pretty cool. Brand boards, this kind of the feature of keeping your colors and all of your, if you have company colors and things like that for your brand, you can bring all that stuff in here. You can even bring prospecting in here. So if you want to bring prospecting in and actually generate a nice little report for a prospect to see that you can show them, if you're looking to do that, you can bring that in here as well. So the marketing area has a lot of cool things in it that people can deal with. And this is a major area that people use inside of Highlevel. Now, the next one's going to be automations. What this really does is deal with workflow. So anything that you want to have automated, any automated process, anything like that, you can just simply open up one of these and create any kind of automation that you're looking for. And I'll just quickly look at one of the email automations here. So if you want to have a customer nurture campaign, here's the trigger. So any one of these things over here that you see behind me can trigger an event. There are like literally all these things that can trigger an automation or workflow. Pretty cool. And then once this workflow gets triggered, then you have action items here. That's this little plus button here. So once you do trigger a workflow, what can you do inside of a workflow? You can create a contact, find a contact, update a contact field, or all of these things that are on here. There's just tons of stuff that you could do. It's really only limited by your imagination right here. There's a lot of cool things in here. But again, this is just an overview. This is the automations area. But do you think you're limited by the number of automations you can create in Highlevel? No, you're not. Again, it's unlimited. So unlimited. And they even have these nice folder structures here. So you can organize it. You don't necessarily have all of your automations in one huge area that you have to try to find it. You can't organize them. And that is pretty cool. So here inside of the sites area, this is where you have your funnels, websites. If you have an online e-store, see if I can blow this up here, websites, funnels, again, unlimited funnels, unlimited websites, unlimited domains you can bring in here if you have domains. Webinars is new. So if you do webinars, you can bring those in here as well. It does have analytics that keep track of like how many people visited your page, what they do, how long were they there, stuff like that. If you are interested in blogs, if you do want to have a website, you could tie a blog to it. And again, that's pretty cool as well. WordPress, this is your WordPress hosting that I mentioned earlier. Your client portal, this is pretty cool. So right now, Highlevel has actually gotten they've built sort of a new community platform out, really just compete over and overtake School. That's currently right now. They're building more and more features, but this is pretty good. Highlevel is going to take over the community platform and School. It is pretty cool. And I'll just give you this right now. If you're looking for it, there is a new platform called GoCollab.com. This right here is, maybe I didn't spell it right. Collab, if I spell it right here. But anyway, just GoCollab. I guess I'm having an issue with spelling today. But GoCollab.com, they've got this is where you can build communities for free inside of the Highlevel platform. But they're pretty cool. You can have as many communities as you want. You can have paid communities for people to log in if you're looking to actually charge people for a community platform. You can distribute coursework through the communities. It is awesome. Check out some of the other videos on my YouTube channel regarding that, because that is a huge rabbit hole to go down if you're interested in doing those as well. So forms, if you ever want to have a form builder to collect data, whether it be an opt-in form, contact form, whatever it is, you can build forms out extensively here. Surveys, you even have quizzes if you want to do a quiz as a way of just getting people to opt in to gather information about somebody. Here's all your chat widgets, by the way. You can have chat widgets on the site. And if you wanted to, let me see if there's obviously having problems typing today. So this is a demo site that I have for just heating and cooling contracting. But once you have here, you've got this nice little chat widget here that opens up, and it can actually be a live interactive chat widget. This is one I've actually built that has a live AI integration. It's not turned on right now. It's for demo purposes right now, but you can simply have this on your customer's website and have AI. You can train and program the AI system inside of Highlevel to respond to any of the customer's questions and answers, and even book appointments if necessary using the calendaring system that we've already looked at here. So again, you get a limited number of chat widgets, but you are limited to tying one chat widget to a particular funnel or website. So you can only have one. And then if you wanted to, there's QR code generation here. So if you want to have QR codes for anything, for menus, websites, for anything like that, you could do them for review management. To leave a 5-star review, you can generate a QR code for that one. So there's tons of stuff in there. So right now we're pretty much a little beyond halfway, but you see all the benefit and things inside of Highlevel that you could do. It's nuts. It's crazy. And all of this you can get literally for the $97 a month for the starter plan. And you can, again, bring on 2 customers with this. And then those 2 customers should help you pay for the software, not only for the starter level, but it should help you upgrade it to the Agency Pro. Now, again, when you sign up or you're looking to upgrade, please use my affiliate link. This is how I get compensated through Highlevel. I do appreciate any of the support that you guys can give me. Thank you. So we're going to move on here to the memberships area. Now, the memberships area is really where people who do online course creation, if you're not interested in building a community, if you don't have any online courses that you're looking to either give away for free or sell, then this area really doesn't work for you or won't be of benefit. But you can have unlimited number of products if you want to sell. You can have unlimited number of offers that you can sell. You can combine these products and offers together in different ways. You can have areas, for instance, any number of communities that you want. There's an unlimited number of communities that you can build inside here. There's a nice little certificate. So when people reach a certain milestone, maybe through a course or training, you can give them a little certificate so they receive it from like level 1, level 2, things like that. So it's just a way of engaging people more in your communities, but you can actually have certificate management in here. And again, this is that sort of GoCollab workspace that I told you about earlier that obviously I couldn't type and pull it up, but it's just called GoCollab Marketplace. So right now, this is pretty cool. And that this GoCollab.com is another website that is Highlevel is using to offer free communities inside of the Highlevel platform that you can build without paying for. Now, their goal is to obviously get people to start using Highlevel, but you get the point. But here you can simply have client portals. You can have the coursework where you can simply offer any number of products here. Now, each one of these products that you create are really just going to be more like an online course. This is very similar to any kind of course builder that you create. You're going to create a product. And again, one of the nice things is if you don't see this, you can actually import from Kajabi. If you already have courses in Kajabi, you can do a direct import from there. So this is pretty cool as well. So here you've got these courseworks here that you can build from. You can build your own course. And again, pretty straightforward and easy. If you've ever done a course building platform, very easy. There's categories, then there's lessons. And then inside of each lesson, you can have video training, resources, and things like that. So here, the media storage is pretty cool. So this right here, you can have pictures, you can have videos, you can have anything you want inside of here, and there's unlimited storage. Now, one of the things about Highlevel that you may not know about is that you can actually do video hosting inside of Highlevel. So you can have videos inside here. So you don't necessarily need YouTube or Wistia or any of these other platforms, Vimeo and things like that, to host videos on. You can put the videos inside of Highlevel and then use a link to sit back and link them to what you're looking for. So again, video hosting is included. There is one limit here. There's not the limit of the number of things you can have. There's no storage limit right now, but there is a 5 gigabit or gigabyte limit on the file upload. So you can't have something more than 5 gigabytes on any particular object. That is the one limiting of this media storage, but I don't think anybody's going to upload something that's larger than 5 gigabytes. At least I hope not. But you can simply upload this. You can connect this to your Google Drive if you wanted to. You can come in here and use this little funky thing is the AI system in here. So if you want to come here, you can actually use AI to create images. This is part of the content AI system inside of Highlevel. But again, I have a couple of videos on my channel that cover content creation, content AI. So if you're interested in that, go take a look at it. And it's pretty cool. And all of that stuff is integrated. Now, you do pay for anything AI related. So you will pay for that, just to let you know. Now, next thing here is the reputation system. So this right here is where you can sit back and start automating a lot of the Google reviews. This right here is really, if you don't have this tied into your Google Business Profile, this is where it really becomes valuable because you can see the number of reviews you've sent through Highlevel, the number of reviews you've received, you know, what the sort of average rating is. It's like a dashboard that you send for this. So this is pretty cool. If you want to send requests, you can send the review request right here. You can have widgets. Now these widgets are pretty cool because these are the live testimonials that you can put on a client's website or funnel. Now these aren't limited to just Highlevel, by the way. You could take the code here. Each one of these widgets has code that you can go and put on their existing website. You know, if they have a WordPress website or some other website somewhere else, you could take this code and put it on their existing website if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. And Highlevel does this in multiple different places. So I believe the forms, you can integrate the calendars, you can integrate on a third-party site. You can do all of that type of stuff that you're looking for. So again, Highlevel is not just built for Highlevel. You can actually integrate a lot of these components inside of a third-party website as well. And the automations will automatically fire. So if you have a form created in Highlevel on a third-party site, when somebody fills out that form, the automation inside of Highlevel will actually fire. So that is pretty cool. So there's a lot of cool things in here. If you come into settings and if you wanted to, you can turn on what they call the reviews AI. This right here allows you to sit back and anytime you get a Google review, you can have AI automatically reply to people, to their reviews, so that you don't have to go back and follow up. Now, ultimately, Google wants you to use their platform. They want you to use the review system and respond to people that leave a review. That shows Google that you're using their platform, and then they're going to raise your rankings higher on your Google rankings as a result of that. but you can actually automate this entire process. Because keep in mind, if you're getting 2-5 reviews a day, there's a lot of time that's spent trying to individually reply to these people that leave you a review. Yeah, it could take you quite a bit of time. And the savings of that time in general, just using the system, can be huge. Now, here's a reporting system. If you use Google ads, Facebook ads, things like that, this is a great way you can do call reporting to show the number of calls that you have, things like that, appointments. This is where all the reporting is built into it. So if you come here, take a look at your Google ads. These are just some demo sites, but this shows you the performance of your ads and things like that inside of the Highlevel system. Pretty cool area in here and pretty in depth. There's a whole other video that I wrote on that created on my YouTube channel as a result of this, and pretty cool. Now the app marketplace is pretty cool. This is where you can have other third-party vendors if you want to bring in something that Highlevel doesn't have. They've opened this up, and there's a huge number of people that can integrate their platform into Highlevel, making things very easy. It's called the Marketplace Apps, and all you have to do is simply click on here and buy. Some of them are free, other ones they charge you for, but it is pretty cool. And then you have the mobile app as well. This is the app I told you about earlier, but this is just those particular settings. Now, behind the scenes here, I'm just going to go into settings and just show you, this is the business area where you put in your business information. If you want to have your staff, this is where you include all of your user staffs, so you can add employees, any number of employees, and add their user accounts. They can either be a user or an admin on the account. And here's all the backend settings that you get from your calendars to all of your AI settings, your phone numbers. Again, if you want to have a phone number included with this, again, just like with anything else, there is an A2P registration process with this. If you do have a phone number and you want to send outbound text messages, there is an A2P registration, but you can get toll-free numbers. You can get local numbers. You can have one number for your business where everybody calls directly. You can have AI tied to this. There's just literally tons of stuff that you can do inside of Highlevel, guys, with this. These are some of the custom fields that I told you about earlier. So you can just simply add a field. Here's all the different fields. Let me move myself over here. Give me a second. So here's all the different things that you can use for your custom fields. You can have text input. You can have money, phone. You can have drop-down lists, radio buttons, date pickers, checkboxes, all of these different things, even signatures and file uploads for anything that you do inside of the Highlevel system. So any of these fields can be custom and can be included in the contact record itself. If you just choose one and move forward, notice here you can choose your contact, opportunity, company. Now we don't have any custom objects here, but other than that, those would be listed here as well. But it is really in your own imagination, the number of fields that you can have and include and store information about inside of Highlevel. There's just, again, unlimited amount of stuff that you can do here, which again is why I like the Highlevel platform. So guys, I know this is a lot of information to take in, but I really want to do this as a high-level tutorial just to show you all the things that Highlevel does, all the software platforms that can be now consolidated together inside of one without needing 4 or 5 tabs, 4 or 5 different logins, password changes that you got to deal with, and all that other kinds of junk. You've got one location that you have a mobile app that now ties in to this platform that you pretty much you can do anything in the mobile app. You don't need to be in front of your computer. So just have it. And all of that stuff is yours with the pricing models that we talked about earlier. I hope you learned a little bit. If you did, click on the like button. Leave me a comment if you have a question about anything. I'd be happy to answer it for you. Again, I'm Rio Daniel. I am an affiliate of Highlevel. You will find a 30-day free trial link in the video description below. If you are interested in signing up or looking to upgrade from where you're at right now in one of the plans to the Agency Pro, please use my affiliate link. It does help me out, and I get compensated from Highlevel using that. And you also get just a ton of free bonuses, training, and other things that can help you out as well. If you have not subscribed to my channel, smash that subscribe button here. I have a lot of great videos on my channel. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me, and have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.